I've got a great JSON formatting sample that anyone can do, and it's really, really easy to understand. This is perfect for people new to custom JSON formatting because of how easy and simple this is. Stay until the end though, because I'm going to show you not just how to use this, but how it all works. Let's get into it. So I've got a basic list here. I just use the issue tracker list template that comes out of the box with SharePoint, and just put in a little bit of data here. Now, what this solution is going to do is going to give us the ability to email the assigned to user. Now, this will apply to any person column you want, but we're going to be doing it to this particular column. Now, the solution is going to be the mail to, or the person mail to link solution. Now, this is 100% free to use. There's actually a ton of samples in here, but this one is free to use as well. And you can see a preview of what this thing is going to look like. It's going to give us a cool little envelope icon next to the person's name, so you can just quickly email them. Very, very simple stuff. And a little bit of other information here. Really what we're going to be looking at are like the view requirements. And it just says that the format expects to be applied to a person column. That's it. If you have a person column, it will work fine. Now, to get the actual code we're going to be pasting into SharePoint, we're going to click on this person-mailto.json. This is the actual code. And we're going to go through all of this. There's not that there's much here, but it's going to be a great example for what custom JSON formatting can do. Over here on the top right, you'll see a copy raw file button. We're going to copy this, so it's now in our clipboard. We'll go back to our list. You can click on assigned to, and then column settings, and then format this column. Now, this lets you do the easy conditional formatting, but down here, you'll see advanced mode. We're going to click on this. This actually gets us into the code editor where we can paste in our JSON formatter. So we're going to highlight this, hit the delete key, and then we're going to paste in our custom formatting. We click save. We'll see over here on the left that our column's already been updated, so we can close this, maybe give it a refresh so you know that it all got saved right, and then even click the envelope icon so you could see that everything worked fine on this. So yeah, everything's working great. It even already has a basic body in here asking how the task is coming along. So all this just from a custom JSON format. It is really, really powerful. So there's a lot of stuff that this thing can do. Let's look at the data here, the actual JSON. Now, this may look really complex, and you may be thinking, hey, Steve, I'm not a coder. And I get it, but you don't have to be a developer to be able to do this stuff. I actually created an online course to teach you how all this stuff works. It's an ultra simple approach to learning this stuff. And if you're interested, I've got a link in the description. It'll really help you out, but let's just keep going through this and see how the rest of this thing works. So at the top here, you'll see that there's a schema. Now, all these brackets and stuff like that, that's really just defining the structure. Because in essence, you're just going to have the name of something like $schema, and then the value of that. So it's kind of a value. So it's kind of a key and value type of thing. Almost like a definition is what you could think of. So the element type is being defined as a div. So a little bit of HTML is what we're really building out here. And then inside this div, we start to build out two different things. We add in a span so that we can put in the text. And that text content, as you can see right here, is just the current field, so the person column that we're formatting, the title property, which is really just the name. What's the text being displayed for that person column? And then we add in the hyperlink, because all this really was the name of the person and then the envelope icon. So we have an icon to display and we have the hyperlink for it to go to. So in HTML, a hyperlink is an A tag. You'll see the element type is A. And then for the attributes, you'll see that we're using an icon name. It's that simple to put an icon on the screen. It's using the Fluent UI framework. And there's a website that I've referenced a lot of times to go to find out what all these icons are. What words do you use in this case? The envelope icon is just the word mail. So we put that on there, use the mail icon name. That gives us our envelope. You'll see a class here so that we can specify the the CSS properties that should be applied here as well. And that just does a little bit of styling. And then the href, that's the actual hyperlink. What does this thing go to? You'll see a Mailto link, which is how we trigger that, the Outlook window to pop up with a brand new email. It's a Mailto. And then just a little bit of information here that it's going to be going to the current field's email address. So remember, current field is the person column itself. And this is just going to, so it's going to send an email to their email address. And then you'll see where it specifies the subject and the body. So it sets up everything. And you can go customize all of this stuff so that the subject of the email is exactly the way you want it. And if you don't want the body in there, you can just get rid of that body part altogether. Otherwise, you can customize this. You can reference other things in here, like you can reference other parts of the person column. You could even reference other fields as well. That's one of the things that I'll teach in my course is a certain syntax that you could reference other fields with. But other than that, you'll build out this body the way you want. And then that's it. It's applied to the list and you could start to use it. Now, there are so many of these free JSON samples for you to use and level up your lists and libraries. I've got a playlist that show a whole ton of these things and I keep adding to it. So click or tap the screen to get started and I'll see you over there.